Okay, so oh wait, okay, it's on. Guys, do not work out, okay? Think about it. Why would you work out, guys? This is the video explaining why you ought not work out. The reason why you ought not work out is because obviously it is a waste of time. What do I mean? Well, people have this illusion in their mind that all of a sudden, just because you are in a position to work out, that you ought to do it, and you ought not do it. Why? Because if you're good looking, okay, smart, charismatic, good life trajectory, you don't need to work out. People that work out are coping. What do they say about short guys that are jacked? They're coping, obviously, right? Short king, cope, right? Anyway, instead of getting crowned, they're getting capped. And they're capping themselves because they're 5'4". People that are really short that are working out are coping. Guess what? Who's also short? People that are ugly. Why? People that are ugly are coping. So they're compensating by working out. Those people are coping. If you're good looking and you're not really short, you don't need to work out. Why? Because you're already attractive enough. So then why would I work out? If I'm me of all people, I get to say, you know what? I'm not going to work out. Why? Because I don't like it. Why don't I like it? Because it's uncomfortable, okay? And, some people, and I got this from somebody else, but it's also like, the virgin uptight has to work out, cope with his existence versus the Chad lets himself go. That's, you got to do that. Realistically speaking, you ought to be in a position where you can pull girls, obviously, that's what we're talking about, right? Without working out. If you're ugly or you're really short, then go ahead and work out. I'm not stopping you, right? But what I am saying is that don't give yourself the illusion of progress. If you're 5'2", just give up already. Give up because you're not gonna get anything. So what I'm saying is, don't put in effort if you're not gonna get the same return on it. The fact is that I can make my life 30% harder and work out, and my life would get maybe 5% better. You know, if you were to give the average person 2 inches of height, they'd be better off with that than having a six pack. You know that, right? But these people will do all this unnecessary work and toil for what freaking reason? It's not practical. It's not like they're scything away at a wheat field. It's not like they're cutting logs or anything important for society. No, they're working in an office, working out, coping. And then they get the superiority complex where they're like, oh, I'm better than you because I work out. No, you're a fucking hamster going around in a wheel. You're coping right now. And again, a lot of these guys are ugly and they're seething because they're not handsome. Keep in mind that if you were working out and being humble about it, I wouldn't be talking, anything. But the point is that these guys are such douches about it. And I have to be honest, a lot of people that work out are like the Lorax, no jawline. You look at the Lorax, you look at him in the corner, and you say, you know what? You're not the best person to be talking about the gym. And again, when guys that are good looking go to the gym, it doesn't really help them that much. And you might say, well, this guy who's jacked, like the guy who plays Thor. And it's like, well, bro, that guy, yeah, he would have pulled regardless of him working out. Like the thing is that when people get girls after they work out, it's not because they're in shape. It's because they're not fat anymore. The main problem is that you have a subset of guys, obviously, that are obese, and these people tend to lose attractiveness because their face gets fat. But obviously, whether or not you have a six pack doesn't matter. You'll honestly have guys. I know a guy that's like, oh, these girls love me for my muscle. Nigga, I don't see muscle. I don't see it. He's coping. Oh, but if I took my shirt off, I don't want to see your shirt off. Nobody's going to see you with your shirt off. So who cares if you work out and they can't even tell over the shirt? If you're wearing a medium-sized shirt and you can't see what's under it, who cares what's underneath? No girl walking in the mall is going to care. Nobody on college campus will care if you work out and you can't notice it right away. Again, if you're really jacked, if you can really tell without wearing a tank top. And again, this is like the Lululemon, like this is the yoga pants of like the alpha male gym coper, gym rat is, oh, I'll wear a compression outfit. I'll wear this like tight thing. And it's like, well, bro, that's frauding it. You're trying to show it off. And it's super gay. Keep in mind, you don't need to be in that position. If you're a person of high confidence, if you're so confident that your gym progress is going to make a change, then wear normal clothes. Of course you won't, because it's too baggy, because it won't show your 14-inch biceps, which is like very common, right? So who cares? Stop coping about the gym. And again, people that go to the gym talk down to the people that don't. And they're like, bro, why aren't you going to the gym? You're lazy. You're a beta. Well, fuck you, because guess what? Who pulls more, me or you? Think about it that way, all right? And it's really just like a thing where if you're physically talented enough, you can just do well in life. And you don't need to be a douche about it if you're like the loser trying to snipe up at me, okay? That's the fact. And I have had it up to here of people that are like, oh, you ought to work out. It's a good thing for you. You do so well. No, I'm already doing fine. Keep that in mind. Gym is cope. And people will build a self-esteem about it because they didn't have one prior. Think about it. A Chad that works out doesn't talk down to other people that don't work out because he's so self-assured and confident in himself that he doesn't need to bring other people down. But what you'll have is a bunch of average people, guys that are like 5'5", that are not good looking, that are like, oh bro, you gotta go to the gym, bro. It's like, well, bro, you fit into your lowrider car without bending over. You're fucking short as hell. Talking about, oh, you need to go to the gym too. No, I don't. I'm fucking the girl that rejected you last week because you're short. That's it. Not because, oh, you work out, blah, 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 blah. That barely plays a part into it. The SMV goes up a lot. Sexual marketplace value goes up a lot when you work out, only if you're fat. Because obviously, once it gets to a certain point, your face doesn't get any skinnier. You reach your facial potential, right? So, in order to be at your full potential, you just need to not be obese. You could even be overweight by like up to 20 pounds, and it wouldn't really affect your SMB that much. Because again, what matters is how tall you are, how good looking you are, not so much what's under the shirt. Because again, if you were so jacked, people would just notice it. Arnold Schwarzenegger could be wearing a fucking duffel bag on his arm, and you would still notice muscle. Why? Because he's so jacked. Guys that are at Planet Fitness, guys at LA Fitness are not that jacked in general. Because why? Because obviously they're not that talented because they're not on roids, because they don't give up the ultimate sacrifice. They won't do creatine. They're over here with like arms that are smaller than mine, right? Like this right here. I don't even work out, but I have a little bit of a bump here. I don't talk about it though because I'm not insecure about the gym. And so you have to keep in mind that if you're wearing clothes that are specifically designed to exaggerate your muscles, that is like the yoga pants of women. Don't be a woman, bro. That's kind of gay. So anyway, yeah, so if you're good looking, if you're tall, don't go to the gym. And ultimately, I'm saying that just to be contrarian because, of course, everybody should go to the gym ideally. But I'm not going to lie and tell you to go to the gym when I know I don't, okay? And I don't because I don't like it and I don't need to. That's the honest thing. A lot of guys will lie. They'll be like, oh, I'm busy working. Bro, I could be in the middle of summer, no job, no school, and I will still not go to the gym because I don't like it. I straight up do not even like it. Anyways, guys, thank you. Bye.